COVID cases rise again as doubts increase about the lifting of restrictions in England.
News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good evening. There's more evidence tonight that the drip of doubt is growing stronger over the plan to release England from lockdown on June the 21st. The Prime Minister Boris Johnson and his senior ministers continue to insist the decision won't be announced until next Monday. He says a key factor will be the impact of the vaccine rollout. COVID infections are still rising steeply, with more than 7,500 new cases today, the highest since February. But a senior NHS figure claimed today the vaccine is breaking the link between COVID cases and deaths. The latest from our political correspondent, Carl Dinnan. The Old Bailey heard distressing allegations today of how a teenager murdered two sisters as part of a pact with the devil to try to win the lottery. The bodies of Beba Henry, who had been celebrating her birthday, and her sister Nicole Smallman were found with multiple stab wounds under a hedge in a park. Daniel Hussein, who was 19, denies murdering them. Sejal Carrier was in court. The EU sounded tonight as if it was threatening Britain with a trade war after talks over Northern Ireland broke down without agreement. The European Commission spokesman said the EU had not ruled out what he called cross-retaliation unless the UK abides by the protocol it signed up to. Britain wants to delay imposing checks on some goods, including sausages going into Northern Ireland. More from our political correspondent, Romilly Weeks. Well, our political correspondent, Libby. The government's been told it behaved unlawfully in giving a contract to a firm run by friends of Boris Johnson's then chief advisor. Two of the UK's biggest airlines, British Airways and Ryanair, are under investigation tonight over customers who were prevented by COVID restrictions from boarding flights that were operating. The competition watchdog says it's looking into whether the firms broke consumer law by not offering refunds. More from our consumer editor, Chris Choi. Still to come on the ITV Evening News. Those stories and more after the break. Welcome back. A British woman who was attacked and bitten by a crocodile while swimming in a lagoon in Mexico has tonight developed sepsis while in a coma in hospital. The family of Melissa Laurie told ITV News how her twin, Georgia, who was swimming with her, succeeded in dragging her sister out of the water by punching the crocodile in the face. Martha Fairley reports. Other news now in what is another blow to the high street. The clothing store Gap has announced the likely closure of 19 of its stores in the UK and Ireland. Well, football's European Championships, held over from last year because of COVID, finally get underway tomorrow. The games are being played at stadiums across Europe to mark the tournament's 60th birthday. One of the home nations, Wales, begin their campaign on Saturday against Switzerland in Azerbaijan, from where Lucy Watson reports. And finally, Jack Smithson is just 16 years old and was only on his second day in his first ever job when a life or death emergency suddenly erupted at the cafe where he works. With the little girl choking on a piece of food, Jack stayed calm amid the panic and used his first aid training to save her. And today, the pair were reunited. Stacey Foster met them both. Employee of the Year, surely. That's it. Tom will be here with news at 10, but from me and all the evening news team, bye-bye.